Yo, what's going on, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time, and today is a debut on the channel. This is Neon White. We're going to be hearing two songs. First one is called Cloud 9 from the channel Machine Girl, which I'm being told is the composer. And the second one is called Hellion, also by Machine Girl, but this is the channel Cluster. These are requested by Linus, Yoshi, and Kalanin. Thank you very much. Pretty cool cover art. I want to see what this says here on all this stuff, since it looks like official artwork. 82 minutes of breakneck, high-octane electronic music designed to push you to your limits. Well, I got spoiled. Neon White is a lightning-fast first-person action platformer set beyond the pearly gates of heaven. First person, huh? Are we talking like the speed of like Mirror's Edge, or like Mirror's Edge on like times 10? Okay. Well, let's get into it. This is Cloud 9, the debut of Neon White and Machine Girl. This is exciting. Let's go. Don't know anything about Machine Girl.
Cloud 9.
It's giving me big like arcade vibes already. Like an actual arcade. Bunch of lights, smell of candy and popcorn. The sounds of tickets being dispensed. Oh, fast. I just noticed the O in Neon has some devil horns on it. Oh, a jungle in there? Let me see what this game looks like. I think I've seen this game before. Whoa, that is crazy. I was gonna say something, I kinda wish I said it earlier. I'll say it after this. I have seen this before. Oh my god. Either way, let's just enjoy the song. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, wow. I love how it's like really slow melodic melodies with insane fast rhythms. This is interesting. Notice there's a different font for the names down here than up here. Whoa. Different outro. This is so bizarre. I'll talk about the song in a second. So, okay. So, okay, let's start from the beginning. When I first read this little description here, blazing fast soundtrack, and then Neon White is a lightning fast first-person action platformer. You know, I jokingly was like, "Oh, what did I say? It sounds like Mirror's Edge." And then as soon as I was waiting to say something because I was hearing the song, it was like super fast. I'm like, okay, this sounds more like a kind of like speedrun type of game. Like it has that sort of like focus music. And right about that time is when I looked it up because I was curious. I was like, oh, let me see what this actually is. And I've seen this game for a total of maybe, I want to say like half an hour. I saw a good friend and one of my moderators, EGP Wonder Chef, play it. They were streaming it. Shout out, Chef. And I do recall seeing it because I remember it was like first person. It was just crazy fast, and they were going for like times and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, as far as the whole like speedrun thing, but yeah, I just thought that was kind of like a small world because it just something about reading that made me more curious, and then seeing it, one of the rare instances of something that I've actually experienced in some tiny little capacity. I guess I didn't know the name of the game at the time, which I didn't because it was just like a random stream. It's not like they're a streamer of Neon White. They kind of stream variety stuff. But I do remember, you know, I hang out there all the time, and they were just playing this game. I was like, oh, what is this, you know? Little did I know it was that one. So, of course, they're going to see this video, and oh, yeah, that's so bizarre. Now, two things about the music itself before we listen to the other song is I wonder if, and I don't mean this in any sort of like negative way whatsoever. I'm just being kind of straightforward here. It's like a legitimate question. I wonder if the songs were made with the stages in mind. Like if they're specific, do they sound like they go to where the stage is, or are all the songs kind of they could kind of fit anywhere, and they just made like a soundtrack because it's 82 minutes, still decent amount of songs. I'm just curious, you know, if anyone knows if I guess it's more of like a developer thing that they would know, but I'm just curious as a writer myself if, because the game seems pretty straightforward as far as mechanics, you know, point A, point B. But I wonder if the music is good at, you know, displaying that at where you're at, or if it's just kind of just all electronic music and it's just about focusing and like logging in type of thing. And then the other thing I was going to say is that this reminds me a lot of this other soundtrack, which is also from a very fast game where speed is emphasized, and that's Redout. I've only heard one song from that game. One? Maybe two? No, yeah, one. Pretty sure. At least just one. And that was a while ago. And I still remember that because it was, at the time, I believe the fastest song I had in the channel. Maybe still. I don't know. I've never actually like kept track of BPMs on the channel, but it's fast. And that one's like a kind of futuristic car racer type of thing. And it's pretty much on par with this, like as far as just breakneck speed. And that's pretty cool. It's really cool to me because I like this whole like drum and bass jungle thing. You know, the song is definitely keeping you alert, but all the melodies are so tranquil and nice, you know? At least for this song. I don't know about the rest, but I like that. It's like a counter thing. I was just talking about this very thing earlier today in Toho. I said the exact same thing. I was like, I wonder if that music is actually intended to make you kind of just lock in and focus. Because even though it sounds chaotic and fast, in a way, it's sort of keeping you in time. You know, that's another reason I'm asking about, are the songs like made for the stage? Because I would imagine speedrunners who are meticulous scientists, and I mean that in a nice way. I wonder, you know, surely they either I don't know if they play with the music off or if they time like jumps and movement with the song. You know what I mean? It's all a science to me, and I find that very fascinating. All that combined with, hey, I've actually seen this game before, is kind of like blowing my mind right now. You know, small world. Whew. Okay. So we have another song to go to. This one is Hellion, which, interesting title for a game like this now. Now I'm curious what that's all about. Okay. Hellion from Neon White. Sorry, I was just thinking. I was like, what is the name of the title? Now I'm trying to think of like what the title means. Neon White. Hellion. I love the bass in these. It's more like a pulsating. Although both of them has a sort of aquatic sound to it. Oh, I didn't even mention the vocals. Ooh. Oh, it's like art house. What is it? It sounds like a glitchy, chaotic mess that's really well constructed. Two conflicting statements. What? That makes sense to me. I don't know what they're saying. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Oh, so grimy. We gotta turn up the volume right here. I need glow sticks. Ooh. You gotta be a genius to mix chaotic and calm at the same exact time. That's what this is. I love that aggression it has. The way this feels in my ears. Feels in my ears. Not it sounds. Feels. Imagine hearing this live. Woo! This is sick. I heard that. Oh, man. Dude. This is a ride. Who are these? Who are they influenced by? It's just how it ends in that video. I don't know how it actually ends. I would have to assume. I don't know. I don't know how long these stages are. So maybe you don't even get to hear all that. I don't know. Or if it loops a lot. Wow, what a difference. I was thinking, just first impression, I thought this one was going to sound pretty similar to the first one. And it didn't. I mean, maybe to the untrained ear it might have. No offense. But that was so different. You know, yeah, it's electronic and all that, but you gotta kind of open your ears a little bit to see like what's going on and feel what's going on. Just a quick reminder here, or if you're new, that this is my primary thing is, you know, checking out video game music, but every now and then I'll do a playthrough of a game. It's not my I wouldn't even call it like my second gig. It's like it's like a hobby. But, you know, I'll play games sometimes, and it's always because of the soundtrack. So it's like a kind of a natural progression. I hear it on the channel, and I'm like, ooh, what is that? You know, it starts as curiosity, and then it goes into hearing more, and then it's like, damn, I really want to experience that in game. So it's like so I don't have to hear the whole soundtrack. Here, I can experience it how it's intended. So any game that I've played in the past 2 years, which shameless plug is here, those have all been because of their soundtrack. That's what gets me into it. I'm not saying I'm going to play this, but where I was going with that is there's a game called Fury. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but if you've played this, there might be a chance you've heard of Fury. It's just Furi. Very short game. You can beat it in like 8 to 10 hours maybe. It's just a series of bosses, so it's not a spoiler. You start the game, boss fight, go to the next boss fight, go to there's like 6 or something, I don't even know how many, maybe 10. But all the songs are like pretty reminiscent to this, hard-hitting, except there was like multiple producers on that. So you hear different things from everywhere. I get this seems to just be Machine Girl for the whole thing, which is pretty wild to think about. But yeah, what I'm saying is like I really like this stuff enough for me to even have tried it once before with Fury, and I love that game. It's really cool. It's cheap too. If you guys ever want to like kill an afternoon and challenge yourself a little bit, the dodge button kind of sucks. Try Fury. This game, now that I've seen what it looks like, this is kind of out of my league. I'm not this. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's pretty high ceiling gap. You know, it's not for like your casual player. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if it offers more than just point A to point B. But from what I do recall watching, it was just a lot of like restart, getting best time. I don't think there was like exploring, picking stuff up. I think it was just straight up like racing, or whatever the term is here. Just, I don't even know what the genre is, but you know, that's what it seemed like to me. That was great. I love the hard-hitting nature of that one. That was really, really cool. It reminds me of, oh god, I'm gonna like show my age here. Not that it matters, but if anyone even has heard of this, I'll be impressed. I think it was mostly popular in the UK. I could be wrong about this. I didn't follow the scene that much, but there was a series of albums called Thunderdome. I don't know if that rings a bell or if I'm just about to open up a can of worms. I don't even know if they're still going. At first I thought it was an artist, but I think Thunderdome was actually like a collection album of hard house artists. Either way, I used to have some of those albums, And it was actually kind of, I think, like one of my first introductions ever in my life to like electronic music outside of like TV and like me purchasing and exploring electronic music was those Thunderdome albums, which is pretty crazy to think about. I never thought I would be mentioning Thunderdome here, but it doesn't sound too similar here. This was back in like, I don't know, 2000s, maybe late 90s. Obviously, there's been a lot of advancements in sounds and hard-hitting noises, but it just reminded me of that, like the feeling I got when I was a kid, like just getting albums. I used to buy albums, and this, I don't know, it like brought me back to that time, which is kind of weird because I shouldn't feel any sort of nostalgic towards this, but yeah, I kind of do. You know, electronic music has always been it's not a genre that I've always appreciated it and I've always liked it, but it's one of those genres that it has to be kind of in doses. I have to just here and there, you know, I can't listen to it all day. I can't listen to it honestly for more than like maybe 20 minutes at a time. But every time that I do listen to it, which is very separated, it hits so hard. You know, it's to me, it's a music, and I'm saying this as someone who's like, I'm not saying like I just don't really understand it too much. I know there's a culture behind it and everything, but there's a billion artists out there, so I don't even know where to start. I don't know the history of it. I don't know very much about it. I just know I've always respected it. But to me, this genre has always been about the live essence of it. Raves, shows, going to all night just to dance and sweat it off, you know, like just release. So it's pretty cool hearing it in game. And yeah, I don't know. It's just a thing I don't really talk about too often or experience too often. But if you ever have some sort of chance to go to like a local show that is just playing like electronic music, just go. You know, it's not that expensive. You'll probably have the time of your life. Everyone there is just forgetting their problems. You know what I mean? Like everyone there has to go to work the next day or school the next day. But for that night, it's just about doom 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 doom. It's so like it sounds so corny, but you know, think about, and I'm not trying to be rude here or anything, but like think of how most likely monotonous your life is, including mine. Probably do the same thing, maybe even a routine. Imagine just doing something like that. Would stand out. It would be like the time of your life. You might even meet friends. You guys live how you guys want to live. I'm just saying. I used to go to a lot of shows and concerts. I used to play a lot of shows, and it's that life is just so alluring. That's why you always had people growing up and like, I want to be a touring musician or something. It's like such an energetic, addicting energy to be around. First of all, to be around mutuals that are probably all cool as hell. They all like the same thing, and just like the energy, you know, like the energy. Everyone's having a good time. Anyways, that's my reaction to hearing this, you know. So I didn't really talk about the game because I don't know what the game is. I've just seen it before, which is already kind of weird. But this is the reaction it gave me. It just sort of stirred up these emotions of, you know, live music and having a good time and Thunderdome, you know, stuff I haven't heard in a while. Infected Mushroom I haven't heard in a while. That's another group I've seen a couple times. This is cool. I don't know anything about Machine Girl. Let me know about them. I did look up one tiny thing, and they were like a duo, I think. And how do they get involved with Neon? I don't know. Tell me whatever you want to know. Does this studio make any other games? Whatever. That was awesome, though. That was really, really cool. And go listen to Fury's soundtrack as well. Thank you, Yoshi, Linus, and Helen. Whew. Thank you to all my patrons you see here. I couldn't be here without them. I do have a lot of other Neon White requests too. I have like another 9 or 10, but who knows when they'll come. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Take care of yourselves.